In this problem, we have 2x to the fourth power plus 3x squared minus 10x plus 20 divided by x plus 3, and we need to use synthetic division to quickly evaluate this. So notice that the denominator is in the form of x plus or minus a number because it's x plus 3, and because it's in the correct form for synthetic division, we can proceed. So the first step of synthetic division is you take the number in the denominator, here is plus 3, and you have to change that to a minus 3 for the sake of synthetic division. So you always flip the sign of the number in the denominator. If it was a minus 3, you make it a plus 3, but here's plus 3, so make it minus 3. And then set up the synthetic division table. So this is the way I set it up, but you can set it up any way that you wish. It doesn't matter too much. So now we need to fill in the coefficients of the numerator into the synthetic division table. So start with the highest degree term. That's the 2x to the fourth power. Its coefficient is 2. And then now be very careful. You might be tempted to just put a 3 here and then a minus 10 and then a plus 20 and then call it a day. But you need to watch out for something. After x to the fourth, the next term whose coefficient you need to put down is the coefficient on x to the third. But I don't see x to the third in this problem. So in reality, what's going on is that the coefficient on x to the third power is 0. It's hidden. So because of that, we need to put in a 0 for the x to the third coefficient. And then now you can proceed with the rest of the problem. So then we have a plus 3 from the x squared, then a minus 10 from the x, and then a plus 20. And then now we're ready to proceed with synthetic division. First step is you always bring down the first number inside of the table no matter what. So bring down that 2. Now multiply and add. Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. Now you add 0 and minus 6. 0 plus minus 6 is minus 6. Now you do 3 times minus 6. If you do 3 times minus 6, or minus 3 times minus 6, you're going to get positive 18. Now do 3 plus 18. 3 plus 18 gets you 21. Now do minus 3 times 21, that's negative 63. And then minus 10 plus minus 63 is minus 73. And then finally do minus 3 times minus 73, that ends up being positive 219. And then do 20 plus 219, that is 239. And now we have all the coefficients in our answer. So how's this going to work? Well, in the numerator, the highest coefficient was x to the fourth power. Therefore, you go from x to the fourth power minus x to the, or you go from x to the fourth power to x to the third in the answer. So this 2 is the coefficient on x to the third power. And you just keep going down. Minus 6 is the coefficient on x to the second power. 21 is the coefficient on x. Minus 73 is just the number. And then 239 is our remainder. So you can write this as 239 divided by our divisor at the start, which is that x plus 3 denominator. So now we just go ahead and make this more obvious what the answer is. So in essence, our answer is 2x to the third power minus 6x squared minus or plus 21x minus 73 plus 239 divided by x plus 3. So after synthetic division, this is our answer. And because 239 is our remainder, and that's not 0, we can say that x plus 3 is not a factor of 2x to the fourth power plus 3x squared minus 10x plus 20.